Hello my beautifuls, welcome to Cosmic Love Tarot. Today's reading is going to be based for the new moon in, I think it's Aries, and that's on the 17th, so 17th today in the UK. Okay, I did get another channeled message, so I'm going to include that in this, in the energies of the new moon in Aries, and what I got from it, it's very much of the soul journey. And so I've picked up for the collective, I want to give more of a reading for it, but also the information that I got. Okay, so before I start, let's ask Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, to clear away any negative energy and to bring in their love, light and protection. Why did I say perfection? Protection for us all. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Quite interesting that I was just about to say perfection, because we're going to be talking, or I'm going to be talking about the human art, because that's what it's all based on, is the human art. So this is what I got in my message. I have to write everything down. So I'm just doing my housework, I'm just plodding along, and I was getting this channeled message, and the words I got was, you are the fragment, you are the spark. Okay, so that was the main words that kept coming to my mind, and then I started getting these messages, and the message was, everyone you love is part of that fragment. Each spark carries its own soul journey of experiences. Loved ones in spirit is also part of that fragment, guiding the sparks of consciousness on the soul's journey of experiences to evolve. The light within the human art is that spark to the divine. Then I got the song Adele. Now that was already playing at the back of my mind as I was also getting this message, but I wasn't consciously aware what was actually happening. I thought they were just my thoughts, but this music, Adele, Hello from the Other Side. So listen to the words to that after I've done this reading, okay? Also, what I got is the top 3 chakras, which is the throat, the third eye and the crown. And you could possibly be having a lot of problems, issues around the throat area. I know I am lately. Well, I do. It keeps coming and it goes. And I'm also a smoker, so that really don't help. Anyway, I'm drinking right now moringa tea. That's really good for the throat as well, and to clear out the lungs. Okay, right, so the top 3 chakras is all to do with the divine. The lower 3 chakras is all to do with the animal instincts of I want, the physical need to fulfill the empty void. So I feel the cards that I've got out, I've got drawn to and I've got out, and I've already shuffled them, so I won't be shuffling them much on video. We're going to go from the higher conscious to the lower conscious, okay? But we're going to do this through the soul journey, but through the new moon in Aries, which is happening tonight in the UK, because I feel as if our soul family is helping us to work through the fragments of the soul in the lower 3D density. The fragments of the soul is all to do with the hurt, the traumas, the inner child woundings. I don't feel I'm going to be going there, but I'm going to access a little bit of information there. But I'm starting first because it's all to do with the human heart. And the human heart carries emotion. Now, I know that people, they've all got their own interpretations of the soul journey and also about the constant reincarnation. And that's been created by the icons anyway, and also the Greys and the Draconians. You know, you talk about all that, this constant reincarnation. But how I see it, the human art, the spiritual art, it's emotions, it feels, and it recognizes. So when you reincarnate, you may not remember who you are, but you will remember by a knowing that you do know something. And that could be where you meet somebody and you just recognize them. You don't know why, because the heart can't lie and nothing can kill the art. The aim in the 3D is to kill the art, and to kill the art is to scatter by fragmenting the soul, fragmenting the mind. Okay, so maybe that will come from another reading, I don't know. But anyway, let's start now, where it's to do with the energies of the new moon. And it's about looking at the bigger picture, okay? And this is what this is about, looking at the bigger picture of the soul journey. And also recognising that all of our loved ones is part of that fragment, that spark. I have mentioned this in one of my readings, where when the souls have evolved enough to make that knowing move into the direction of connecting in with its avatar, or it will move towards the direction of the fake light, the false light, to reincarnate. Now, family members that's already evolved, this would be Ascendant Masters, because we're in our fragment, our soul fragment will be every connection that you have in the 3D that is very significant in your evolution. Even the darker aspects of that fragment is still playing a massive part in your own evolution, because it helps you to crack you open to your awakening, for you to search for your answers. Okay, so this is what I've got, and it's all about confidence is the key to success. Confidence is picking up the third chakra. In the lower vibe energy, confidence of who you are as a soul being. Okay, so what energies are coming out for you? Okay, Aries. Oh, wow. New moon in Aries. Wow. It's time to take action. It's time to release negativity, which is the full moon in Scorpio I've got here. Scorpio is also to do with Pluto, and it's also to do with the endings and new beginnings. You've got the end of a tough cycle. Sorry, the end of a tough cycle approaches, which is the new moon in Capricorn. So it's the Capricorn energies and the physical, the 3D, that is helping to close a chapter on something, okay, and releasing the negativity. This is what your spirit guide, your family in spirit is helping you to do in your 3D, to release whatever needs to be released, any negative energy from a very tough cycle. That tough cycle is Saturn energy of karmic. And I feel that this energy is going to be for the ones, the souls who's done the inner work, who is now reaping in their own good karma, that the divine is guiding you, moving you into the direction where you're meant to go to. And it's with the energies of the new moon in Aries. It's time to take action. Now, Aries can be also feeling more so, really. Aries, there's so many different planet alignments in the Aries Zodiac sign, but also we are feeling this energy. Very intense, very fiery, passionate energy, moving us all towards that new timeline, shifting, okay? Shifting out of that 3D. It feels that 4D 4D density. Now in the 4D, from the 3D of completely asleep, like NPCs completely asleep, just doing their thing over and over again, caught on repeat over and over again. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the 4D, where it's from 3D straight into 4D. Then you've got the middle bits of 4D density. There's a lot of work that you've got to do in the 4D. You've got to work through the shadow self, but you're also connecting in with the divine on the higher vibration of the 4 density to get that information from the divine to help you to work through the 3D density of that fragmented soul, okay? Of the heart, the heartbreak, what created the heartbreak. So this is what I'm picking up. It feels like that 4D density of coming from the middle part of that, coming into the top part of that 4D before they shift into that 5D. There's still a lot of work that needs to happen, but it's about bringing it all together, understanding the fragment, the soul fragment. That's the energy that I'm picking up. Okay, so that's that. I'll pop that there. Now let's go to the Zodiac and the planet alignment and see what energies is around us right now as we are going through this change of awareness, this shift. Like I said, I've already shuffled all these cards anyway, but you do tend to do it automatically, to be honest. Okay, you've got your water sign, you've got your earth sign. So it's all about emotion, and it's also to do with the physical elements. Capricorn energy. Capricorn energy can also mean devil energy, but it is to do with the lower vibration, which I did say the physical of I want that we're caught up in. You've got Sagittarius, you've got Libra, and you've also got the moon. Sagittarius is the fire energy, passionate energy. Sagittarius is also the movers. They will shift. They're very fast moving. I see Sagittarius is very strong in their own, I was going to say conviction. I feel the Sagittarius energy because it's governing the water energy, and it feels as if this emotion is being accessed for the Sagittarius energy. Now, you don't have to be the Sagittarius or the Libra or the Capricorn. It's about the energies that I work with. So the Sagittarius energies is helping to access this emotion. It's the human heart emotion. It's the memory of the human heart. Okay? Libra is all about balance. Balancing out the 3D and the 4D. Or maybe it's balancing out the 4D where it's in that, I'm seeing that 4D density right in the middle of the core of 4D where you're seeing both worlds. It's very much like the temperance. Libra is representing that right now in this energy. It's helping you to see the seen and the unseen. It's helping to see the 3D, the 5D. It's helping to see the lessons and or experiencing, understanding that lesson and what was learned from it. Okay, it's understanding the connections. It's piecing things together in that middle part of that 4D density. That's the only way that I can describe it, so I hope I'm describing it okay for you. Okay, you got the moon energy. The moon energy is also governing Capricorn. So it's something that's unseen in the physical because it's devil energy, but you are seeing it because you've got the Libra, and Libra is seeing the earth of what's happening in the 3D, understanding your lesson, understanding all the connections that you've made in your life experience, your spark experience. Okay, so that's what's happening right now under the new moon in Aries. Okay, Okay. Now, like I said when I started, I do have problems around my throat with my lung. I am a smoker. You could be a smoker also, or not, or was it, you know, whatever. But it's about the throat chakra. But and I did choose to have some herbal tea. So the cards that I've got here, it's all to do with the physical and what is necessary for you at this present moment under the new moon. Health check. I mean, this is me, but that's also you. If you are drawn to this reading, it's about having an overall health check in the physical. It's also about being still. Meditating. Burning a bowl ritual. Releasing the past. Forgiving the past. Yeah. Take time out around this time now as you're manifesting under the new moon. The new moon is all about manifestation. Okay? Whatever it is that you want to manifest. So it's about releasing. Releasing the past. My belly is rumbling. And watch a movie. Take time out and just comfort yourself. You may have a cat. You may also have blonde hair. But it's about watching something that makes you feel good. Could be a comedy. It's about lighting the load. I'm picking up lighting the load. Lighting the energy. I always seem to get drawn to comedies or TikTok about children when they're so funny, and animals, they're so funny, and it does make me laugh, and it definitely puts me in a different energy. So maybe that's what is necessary for you right now. Okay, so what has been forgotten? What has been forgotten? Your soul essence, who you are. Okay, it's about offering. And I did say that about releasing, offering and putting it up to the divine. Because you're caught in that 4D density. Not caught, it doesn't mean that you're stuck. I don't feel you're stuck in this energy. I feel that you are looking at the duality of both polar opposites, the light and dark, the physical and the spiritual. Because you have the keys of creation. You are the key. You're accessing the key. The keys to knowledge, the keys to understanding, the lessons, the keys to understanding frequencies, I've just been told. Transformation is taking place right now for you. This is what's happening that you may not see, but a transformation is happening. Your initiation, you're going through an initiation of the sacred purpose. You have a purpose. Now my nose is itching. I haven't got a joss stick burning, so I know it's spirit around me. Okay. It's about the unity of God conscious, the divine. This is what you are aiming for. So it feels, it's like you're coming out of that 4D into that spiritual self, the higher conscious. Or you've tapped already into the higher conscious and you needed to sort or work through something in the lower density to be released. But it's about the unity of all. Water. We did have water come out. Tapping into the emotion. You could also do a lot of healing through water, with water healing. I'm picking up right now with the, I'm also picking up about, water. Water is playing a really big part for cleansing, clearing. I feel that you also with the, from the new moon energy of clearing your and cleansing your crystals. But water plays a really big part in your journey. Also a fire sign I've got here. And you've also been working through the ego. That's physical. And going through conception. Going through conception. That is really reminded me, conception. It's the spark. The spark starts at that initial contact of the divine as a fetus, before it becomes a fetus. That spark is already there. As it's in the womb, it comes into the physical, the spark is still there, because the spark is the art, the divine art. And it feels to me the conception of another rebirth, a rebirth into the divine self. Connecting in with your spirit guides, connecting in with your spirit family, connecting into your ascendant masters, connecting in with the angels. That's the energy I'm picking up. You're going back home to yourself from your connections. Synchronicities and transformation is taking place. Okay. Could be seeing a lot of synchronicities at this present moment. Connecting with those synchronicities, and what are they telling you? What are you being told by the divine with your synchronicities? They're giving you this message. So say, for example, if you are having repeated numbers, check up what those repeated numbers are. Google it. If it was 1212, because that's just come to me, 1212 ain't a number. See what does it say, and then remember what was you thinking at that particular time where those numbers were shown to you. You could also be getting synchronicities where it might be a name, it could be initial, it could be absolutely anything. Recognise what it is that it's telling you. Is it an uncomfortable feeling, or is it an inspiring feeling? Does it help you to recognise that you're healing from something, or you're being initiated into something? That's the energy that I'm picking up. Okay, what else? What are your soul fragment want you to see? Because it's your soul beings that want you to evolve. They're helping you to heal. They're helping you to heal what's been fragmented in the 3D. What other message? Unconditional love. I choose to see the light in everyone, recognizing the divine in each being. I accept others as they are, offering compassion to all the brothers and sisters of light. I offer unconditional love to everyone I meet, joining my soul with theirs to grow together in the universal love. That's just confirmed with what I've just said. It's about the human art, the spiritual art. This is the soul journey, the human soul journey. And hope is given us on your journey through life. I hold on to my faith in God. This is your higher self. Divine love guides and protects me in every situation. No matter the challenges, I trust in the true nature. Today, I welcome life with the belief that light always returns and endless possibilities awaits. Overcoming in the school of life, I practice self-discovery by recognizing that the fear, anger, and ego separates me from my divinity. I allow the light within me to grow. This light empowers me to rule my inner world. Today, I overcome all that separates me from my true self. And you go beyond. I lift my consciousness above all worldly illusions, remembering my power in every situation. I always have the choice in how I respond. I choose to turn my thoughts towards God. Do you know what I'm picking up from here? This is your heart speaking to you. This is your unconditional love of self, the divine. This is the heart, the feeling, the emotion. It's working through you as you are working. You've been working through a lot of deep soul healing to reach that point of the 4 density. Going into the 5. You can't just jump straight into the 5. A lot of deep soul healing has to take place. This reading is about confirming to you, letting you know you are never, ever alone. Never. Because you are part of that fragment. That fragment, the spark to that fragment. I call it a soul cluster. I always have a choice in how I respond. I choose to turn my thoughts towards God by focusing my awareness beyond the material world's illusions. I experience simplicity and peace. Because this is the fight of the spiritual war. The spiritual war is the fight of contaminating the belief, contaminating the human mind to affect the human art by affecting the emotions and the mind, to close down the human art. And when the heart is closed down, even after reincarnation, you won't remember a thing because the art can't remember. It's closed. And we are fighting for that art. We are fighting for unconditional love. Unconditional love of self. Unconditional love of the divine. And the divine is helping. Constantly, constantly helping to keep that heart open. You cannot... Oh, I was going to say, you cannot break the art. The art can feel broken because it's emotion, it's a memory of an experience. But it can't literally be broken. And the divine is connected in with our heart. Okay. There is so much more to you than you think. There is so much more to you. You could also, your soul could be an ascendant master, and at the moment you haven't even woken up to it. I'm picking up the Arcturians, I'm picking up Lemuria. Yeah, there's a lot of, I'm also picking up Pleiadians, I'm picking up the one planet, Militaka. The pure arts soul being. This is what's being accessed. You have the ability to affect your own destiny. Listen to the voice within when it persists. The step is taking. You have asked for help, and the divine is helping you. Courage arrives when you step over fear. When you step out of fear. This is the 4D. You're stepping out of the fear-based mindset. You're stepping out of the fear 3D density. You're stepping into the unknown. Something is drawing you towards it. Your inner space and and universal knowledge, because you are the spark. You are remembering. You are remembering that you are a spark, a divine spark, connecting all the dots of all the lessons, and also being guided by your loved ones in spirit. It isn't about being right, it's about doing the right thing, correcting what needs to be corrected, because I did get Capricorn in Saturn energy. It felt to me, where it's to do with karma and karmic, and you are on your right path because you've done everything with good intent. You've learnt your lessons. You understand that every action has a reaction. You understand that if you act with an ill intent, you're also creating karma again. You're creating karma to be recycled into the same pattern, into the same experience. Be calm and just keep on going. And you came to serve. You came to serve humanity. I feel that you are Ascendant Master without you even realising it. You may feel that you are. You see, we're programmed. We're programmed to forget our soul being. We are programmed. I'm not talking about the NPCs because I think they belong to, like Tutorian times, they belong to the Cabbage Patch. You know, it's like a lab. It's an incubator. It has no soul. It just keeps on performing. It's doing what it's meant to do. It's programmed to do. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about these Ascendant Masters that comes from a higher vibration, who's come back to help humanity, but forgotten. But their art is the unconditional love. It's also the Ascendant Masters in the spirit realm. It could even be your spirit family that's helping you and guiding you. When you look closer to this, can you see the light being shone down to the other Ascendant Master on the earth plane? It feels to me. It's helping you to access your gifts, your calling. When we are born into the physical, we're given a name, we're given a national insurance number, a date of birth. You know, we're given a program. Right, this is your program and you must abide by it. And you start to forget who the soul is, what the spark is, what the memory was, where you came from, what your lesson was meant to be on the earth plane, what you're meant to do. You forget. You're connecting into toxic relationships, narcissistic relationships. You experience losses. Anything that happens to you, even through, it's an action and a reaction. It was to stop you from accessing the divine key code to the unconditional love of self, to the divine. And it's not happening. I really feel that so many people have awakened to this spiritual war. It's an energetic war, and it's being accessed, it's being seen. A spiritual hug is being given to you for all the work that you've done. I'm so proud of you. I feel emotional, very proud of you, the work you've done, everything that you've had to overcome, and still stayed focused, still stayed true. The light in you can lead the way. The third eye, see that light there? The third eye. Your third eye is activated. You're a divine being. You are your purpose. You are your purpose. You're accessing this information. Okay, messages from the Fragment Spark. I had to write on post-its because I had to get so many cards out. Okay. Okay, deep connections. Find bonds of support and love in intimate relationships and family. It's really connecting in on that soul connection. It's finding the right people now for you to evolve, the right vibration, the right frequencies. That's for your better, to help you to grow in awareness. Okay, to be inspired, because you are an inspiration. Your journey is an inspiration to others. Everything that you've gone through has become your qualification to teach. You are brave, you explore the unknown, you expand your horizons. I was going to say expanding awareness. when I was saying, what was the other card? I can't think now. I was going to say that. Your heart's desire, igniting your inner passion. The desires driving you towards your dreams. I'm picking up Sagittarius energy here. That's helping in the new moon energies right now. You can check out Sagittarius and what Sagittarius characteristics is, because it's about the characteristics that will also play a part in this. Because you are breaking through. You're breaking through the matrix and into the divine. You are overcoming all obstacles and you're moving beyond your own limitations, embracing your new growth. This is breaking free, that 4D into that 5D. Okay, you are healing by confronting and addressing the past wounds. And the only way you can break free from the matrix is to address those past wounds. The divine is helping you with the art's desire for you to access this information, to see it for what it is, to see it as a gift, that it ended up to be a blessing, a gift, because you learned so much about yourself. Okay, it's a timeless truth. Your past experiences helps you to connect with your inner timeless truths. It's just confirmed with what I just said, because it became part of your awakening. You are realizing your growth and changes and embracing the awakening. And that became your breaking. It's like your breakdown became your breakthrough. Your awakening became your breakthrough. And change needed to happen. Change of dare to change and embrace new possibilities. And changes had to take place for healing the heart. Now I've got to show you this. This has come out in one of my readings. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, so there's the crossroads. Now if you look at those posts, they're all pointing only one direction. Okay, but the person is facing that or this path, but the post is pointing this path. So depending on how much you've healed the heart, okay, are you, wow, when I said the heart don't actually break, it doesn't break in half, but it kind of breaks with the spark. The spark is shown in the human heart from the experience. It depends on where you're at on your soul journey. So if you're not willing to understand the lesson, because it's about action and reaction, and take full responsibility for the choices that you've made, okay? It's about understanding and embracing the unconditional love of self. So you would have had to work through the fragmented mind, the fragmented soul in the 3D. This is what the Draconians do. They tried, and the Greys, and everything is all caught up in the matrix. This is the matrix. It's piecing everything back together, finding all those broken pieces. It reminds me very much of Isis and Osiris, where Isis had to, the divine feminine had to access and find all of the broken pieces, the chopped pieces of her beloved, the masculine. The masculine is caught up in the physical. The feminine is the spiritual. So to access the divine masculine within you, you had to work through all of that fragmented soul of past hurt and pain on your soul journey. And so that decision will be up to you, okay? That decision will be up to you of what was healed, what needed to be healed, what you were prepared to face. Because your heart desire, which I feel is Sagittarius energy, is a timeless truth. It's recognizing the truth of who you are, because your awakening became your breakthrough from the matrix. Beautiful. That's what the message from your cluster star family, which is the fragment spark, is helping you to do. as you're going through this transition. Okay. Done that one. Yeah. Okay. What other message do they want to give you right now? Okay, is to embrace and transformation and harness the energy of change to fuel your growth. Water again. It's the flows, the ebbs and flows, the ebbs and flows of the moon, the ebbs and flows of emotion, the ebbs and flows of the cosmos, the ebbs and flows of the 3D and the 5D. At the moment, you're in the 4D because it's necessary to be there, to see it, to see the truth, to seek the truth, to live with attention and purpose, aligning your actions with your deepest values and desires. I'm having a major sweat right now. I might have to pause it. I think my eating's on and I need to open up the door. Okay. So remember that true strength comes from within. It's going down into the deep essence of your emotion, of your memory. That's why I did say Atlantis and Lemuria. It's water. You're connecting in. Water is very, very powerful for you. Very strong. Embracing your primal instincts and navigating life's waters with fierce determination. This is the 3D of the sharks. Through your emotions, you've got attacked many times by these vicious sharks. You know, the predators in life in the 3D. But you embracing the primal instincts. You understand them. You found strength in surrendering and allowing life to unfold with grace and acceptance because you went into the underworld. You are embracing the rebirth and transformation, knowing that every ending is a new beginning. Like I said, it was about the Scorpio energy, ending a new beginning. Embracing the magic within and let your intuition guide you through life's currents. The ebbs and the flows. You've recognised the ebbs and flows of your journey. You're understanding the plurality, the duality of both aspects. Let me just put this on pause a minute. Okay. I'm getting really hot. I just checked my heater. It's not even turned up, but I'm sweating. Okay. But I've opened up my door because it's only a little office anyway. So, yeah. I might have to put on pause because I am expecting someone, a visitor. So, honour in your 3D. Honour the contract. Some lessons were some lessons were written before you arrived. Facing them now completes the soul agreement. So you've had to do a lot of deep soul healing in the fragmented soul that belongs to past life traumas. It's all about the belief system. You've accessed all this information. You've worked through it all. And now you are trusting your path ahead. You're stepping now into the higher consciousness, to the divine. You're trusting the lessons learned. And you're moving into the direction. It really feels like stepping into that. You're in that 4D. You're stepping into that, like the cuff of that 4D to the 5D. It's the new earth. Okay. And the new earth is not a physical earth. It's the shift of consciousness. It's out of the fear base and into trust, faith. You're trusting in the unfolding of your life. Every step is part of your journey to become who you were meant to be. You're trusting that. You've got faith in that. You are releasing all of your own inner criticism. The silence of the inner critic speaks to yourself with kindness and watch your confidence grow. I am enough. Keep saying it to yourself. I am enough. Every step you make, I am enough. Clearing away all negative energy. Negative energy keeps you stuck. Clear it and create space for a positive flow. clearing away all negative energy and let the sun shine. See, the sun is the conscious. It's the divine. And learn from the pain. Because you've learned from the pain. You're releasing it in this new moon energy in Aries. It's time to release. Release. If you've been on your soul journey, it's time to release the experience because you've understood it. You've healed the parent and child. I know it's karma. When you see it's like the daughter and the father. Look at that plant being planted. Reminds me very much of. Okay. Healing the parent-child karma. Healing the bond with your parents. With your parents. I can't see that very well. With your parents. With your parents. Frees you from the past. It's time to release old wounds and move forward. This is what that releasing is about. You've gone right the way back through your soul journey to the parent wound, the inner child wounding. Healing the parent and child to create. I'm getting apprenticeship again. That belongs to one of my readings. It was like you was in that apprenticeship in that 4D, because the apprenticeship was about understanding the parent-child wounding, making peace with it, because you've seen it from a childlike mind. Now you're seeing it from a different perspective, because we're all coming in with past pain, and you've stepped into your parents' shoes and understood their journey and what they brought in. I'm finding peace with it. That's what I feel from this. You're finding peace with it. And it's opening up an opportunity for you to grow. An opportunity for you to grow. Because we've been programmed and reprogrammed in constant recycle, a soul recycle, programmed and reprogrammed in the recycle, and we're breaking the chain to it. It's time to say yes now to your new beginning. Now is the time to be open and to receive. It's all about the unconditional love of self. To speak to yourself with kindness. Become aware of how you speak to yourself, because you've gone right back to the inner child woundings, and you found peace with it, because you've understood that your parents was also unhealed and created their own karma from their own upbringing. It's all part of the belief system and the cycle. Let your inner wild child run forth. We're in the fire horse. We're in the year of the fire horse. And that's what this has been about. It's about finding freedom. You're finding freedom within. Practice the freedom. Release the weight of judgment. Scoring now high. The higher realms, higher dimension, higher consciousness. Connecting in with your spirit guides. Connecting in with your ascendant masters. You are accepting what is. That act of acceptance will bring you peace. To accept, which is the hardest lesson. To accept everything that's happened. It happened how it's meant to happen, to push you to discover that those fragmented parts of you that was lost, and you found them all, like Isis and Osiris, to bring back up to the divinity of the masculine and the feminine within you. You are finding your own heaven. There is a place of wonder waiting just for you. a new world, a new beginning. Beautiful. What was it that you needed to heal from? And what did you find from it? So what you found from it is faith and hope. I am divinely guided on my path. Through the experiences that you experienced, you also connected in with the divine, because the divine never ever left your side. The divine is your fragment soul. To help your fragment soul was the fragment spark. The spark within was the unconditional love, divine love, helping you, guiding you, showing the way. Even if you felt that you was on your own, you were never on your own. Never. You just got to be open to it. In my dreams, I find my answers. If there's anything at all that you want to know, anything at all that you want to know, ask before you go to sleep and you will find your answer. When you wake up, you will have your answer, because the divine is always helping you. Dream state is stepping into your spiritual self, the true self, the true soul. It's going back home in your dream state. Life is a dream within a dream. Life is a dream within a dream. You may possibly be you may possibly experience very strong, vivid dreams. You may also be able to be in your dream and know that you are dreaming. That's a completely different shift of consciousness. So within your dream, and to be consciously aware that you are dreaming in your dream, you can change things in your dream. You can move things around in your dream, because you have it's like having the world at your feet. The world's at your feet. It's like you are in control of your reality. You are in control of manifesting what you want to manifest. I remember many years ago, I would dream that I was back in my childhood home, and I was aware in my dream that I was dreaming. And it was things that I actually forgotten that was in my my childhood home. And there used to be a sideboard, and I opened up all the drawers in the sideboard, and I could see everything that was in each drawer. I opened up all the cupboards, and I could see what was in each cupboard, because it's a memory, and you're tapping into a memory because it's art based. And I remember going into my mum's kitchen, and I remember going into the pantry, it was called. And I was looking in the pantry, and my mum used to have, I remember it was on the right. As you go into the pantry, you could see on the right, and it was all of her baking stuff. And I used to love going in there and pinch the cherries, and because she used to bake a lot of cakes, cherries and things like that. And and so I remember things that I completely forgot about as an adult, because we are consumed, our mind is consumed with the program of fear, and, you know, working your ass off, and your bills, and, you know, all of the things to stress you out, and you forget where you came from, not only from as the child, but also as the spirit. Because even your parents is part to do with this fragment spark. Every member of your family is part to do with this fragment spark. I completely surrender to my path. Because when I'm picking up here, you completely surrender to your path. This has reminded me very much of okay, this is what I'm picking up, right? When you look at a number 6 is 6, but when you turn it the other way, it can look like a 9. Let's say, for example, okay. So what you're, as a divine being, and who you are, and what you've experienced from your past lifetimes as a divine spark, a memory, an emotion. In the physical, it's like mirroring who you are. It mirrors, I can feel it, but it's trying to explain it. It mirrors okay, I've been given another picture. Right. Imagine a simulation. Okay, so in this simulation is you. And in the simulation, you've got different timelines. And on each timeline is you. So you're in a situation in your 3D. Just the 3D. And this is what these Draconians try to do, is to keep us in this 3D and nothing else. So in the simulation, you have gone through an experience in your 3D. As you start working through that, you've also seen yourself on a 4D, or you've seen yourself, because each D is a simulation, but it's the same experience. So the experience is different depending where your mind is at the time it happened, or you're stuck. So, for example, say if you had a connection with somebody, and that connection happened from that spark. That connection, and it could be that spark of that divine connection to your counterpart, but your divine being, because it was from a different timeline, and that different timeline is connected. You're both connected on that timeline, but the experience needed to be experienced on the 3D timeline, which that timeline belongs to the physical, it belongs to the pain, it belongs to the belief system, it belongs to the woundings. But when you're in that connection, and it's very toxic, very narcissistic, it's a narcissist, the empath, but that's just a label. We all have both traits of the narcissist, or the thinkers with no emotion, and the empath can be more emotion with no logical thinking. And it's all about balance. So you start, because it's like cracking an egg open. It's like that plant that's coming from there. I'm having all these downloads, so I'll start talking really fast. Okay, so it's like the spark, that spark in that lower density. I'm trying to find that card actually. The spark from that lower density is, it's like a plant breaking free from a stone. And you start to shift on a different timeline, a different simulation. So by stepping onto a different simulation of yourself in the same experience on the 3D, you would see it differently. And because you're seeing it differently from a higher consciousness, you would have acted differently, because it's all about action and reaction. So you would act differently, you would react differently, and so the outcome would be different. It would be better, but there might be other implications to that choice that you've made. And so your higher consciousness, the divine, is, if you reach, you're on all timelines. And so if you're tapping in through meditation, you can see all of those different simulations of possibilities, because we're infinite beings, soul beings. And depending on where you're stuck, if you're stuck, you'll only see it from that reality. When you start breaking down and understanding the fragmented soul that's stuck in different timelines of repeating something, you can't access that, you can't heal from that until you've reached the divinity of the unconditional love of self. But you can't access that either until you start to work through what needs to be worked through. And the only way that that can happen is when you're in a very toxic relationship. And so it will mirror itself back to you of what needs to be healed. And it's not until that point that it becomes, that fragmented soul starts to be seen through your deep soul healing. And that's what that's kind of reminded me of. It's reminded me of Isis and Osiris. It's reminded me of the divinity within yourself. Your higher consciousness is, you've accessed it to see it. But to see it and work through it, or attempt to work through it, you're attempting to work through it because you are part of the spark of the fragment of the soul within your own soul cluster. So the divine and your family members in spirit are giving you this information, helping you to see something, to heal from it, to change timelines, to shift timelines, to have a better outcome from an experience. I hope that makes sense to you. Okay, so let's get a message now from your angels. Let's get a message, because the soul journey is the soul journey. So your angel is with you all the time. Your guardian angel is with you all the time. Never leaves you, never. Through every lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, your guardian angel will stay with you. It's only your spirit guides that will change. You will have different spirit guides coming in and out all the time throughout your lifetime experience. Your spirit family will always stay with you, either in spirit or reincarnate in physical to be connected again. So for example, you could have a mother. It could be a mother wounding, let's say, for example, and when mom dies and mom reincarnates, and mom might reincarnate as a daughter, your daughter. And or it could be an auntie, it could be absolutely anybody, but the children today, the indigo children and or the crystalline children, and they are expressing, because we're all waking up to the truth, and so they are expressing, they're feeling free to express the memory. Where years ago in my childhood, and what I was remembering, it was like, oh, just go out and play, because it was very intense energy, and but through evolution, through humanity, people are waking up, and so their children are becoming more and more enlightened. But these children was also possibly a parent or a grandparent that's coming back round, because it's all to do with the Ascendant Masters. It's all to do with Lemuria. It's all to do with Atlantis. It's all to do with ancient Egypt. Everything is all being recycled back through choice, through free will. Okay, because when it's through free will, all of these light codes are being activated of memories. They're all about memories of the unconditional love, which holds memories. And no one can kill that memory. Amiga, wow. Amiga, victory. Your desire is coming to fruition. Keep up the good work. The unicorn. Magic. Where's that book? Because I am reading from that book. Let me find it. Just give me Amiga. Wow, that's the most... Well, that's all I'm going to say as well. Okay, let's see what it says. I find it. Okay, Amiga. Congratulations. You have chosen to follow your divine guidance, and the universe is flowing in natural rhythms with your decision. When you listen to the messages that your heart whispers, you swim in natural synchronicity with the ride of life's purpose. Stay relaxed and confident, and keep moving forward with happiness and grace. If along the way you notice problems occurring, then it is time to stop and center yourself. When the problems occur, it simply means that you are temporarily out of sync with the universe rhythms. There is no need to analyze or shame when they occur. Simply pray, or meditate, breathe deeply, and wait until you feel strongly about your next move. Your victory is inevitable in this situation, as you needn't worry. The temporary problems will thwart your desire. Whatever happens is supposed to happen, and when it happens is the correct time. Release your doubts to heaven and rest assured that a happy outcome is yours. And I did say under the new moon tonight in Aries, if any of this is resonating with your soul lessons, what you've learned about your own journey, do a release. Do a release of the past. You can put them in the past, write it all down on a piece of paper of what you've learned. So say, for example, if you was in a toxic relationship, you release the energy to that because that was on a different timeline. You're releasing the energy to that. If you were suffering from a wounding from the childhood, you understand the lesson that your parents also came in as an injured, unhealed child, parent, because it's all caught up in the belief, it's all caught up in the trap. You're starting to see it now. It's about I release, blah, 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 from that particular situation. I release, blah, 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 from that particular situation because I understand the message. I understand the lesson, and I am growing and I am ascending into my next timeline, the simulation. I am moving into a different timeline, and the outcome is going to be a better outcome. So if you are feeling at all at this present moment that you're a little bit out of sorts, ground yourself, center yourself, and just be patient, because it will come when it's meant to come. The message will come when it's meant to come. Okay, I'll leave that there, and I hope you enjoyed this reading. Please comment if you have and you've got some form of clarity from it. So God bless and thank you so much.